to the stage your next wonderful comedian. It is Lloyd Mills. He's on his way to the stage, guys. Keep it going till he gets here. How are you? My name's Martin Huckerby, stunt coordinator and stunt performer on various Hollywood productions. It's my job to teach you how to jump off a 14-foot wall without your shin bones popping up through your kneecaps. It's my job to teach you how to drive through a forest of flames without burning your bollocks off. And it's my job to teach you how to act underwater for several minutes without imploding boss-eyed like a billionaire's submersible. I've doubled for many a Hollywood actor deemed far too handsome to be put in any sort of peril. Channing Tatum, two of the Hemsworths, Vin Diesel and Idris Elba, to name a few. It's a dangerous game, I won't lie to you. I've got more metal in me than Iron Maiden's back catalogue. Now, I appreciate this is a comedy night, so I've taken the liberty of writing a joke for the occasion, if you'll indulge me. Stay still, you. Two lesbians in the shower. I came as soon as I heard. There you go, there's your joke. But primarily I'm here to promote my autobiography, Damp Squibs and Fractured Ribs, a stunt coordinator's story. I thought I'd try and flog a few copies tonight. If your wife drank and shopped like mine does, you would too, sir. Get out and sell some books, you useless bastard. Fuck, I'm surprised she can string a sentence together the amount of pills she's knocking back. But the book runs the gamut of my life experience. I've witnessed and been humbled by the sunrise over the Andes Mountains. I've seen a fella fall off scaffolding and explode on the tarmac like an accordion filled with cranberry juice. But tonight, I've got to read you an excerpt from the book on the insistence of my publishing agent. As night drew in on the sweltering South American jungle, my travel partner, the actor Tom Hiddleston, was starting to show signs that the fabled and hallucinogenic ayahuasca route was beginning to take effect. Maybe it was the confused look in his eyes. Maybe it was when he started to take his clothes off and writhe around in the dirt. When he turned to me, naked as a jaybird, on all fours, proclaiming loudly that he'd become profoundly aware of his own arsehole, I knew this would be no ordinary trip. He'd booked the spiritual excursion as a way of getting over his breakup with a young pop star, whose name escapes me at this very moment. He asked me along because I had told him I was vaguely familiar with drugs. I hadn't told him that the extent of my narcotic intake was one night of wild ecstasy-fuelled lovemaking with a middle-aged and recently widowed makeup artist from Battersea. Well, that was quite the experience. The fine line between hysterical grief and hysterical pleasure makes for a spicy shag, I can tell you. But here in the tropical heat of the rainforest, it was a different kind of hysteria we were experiencing. It's all very well watching Hiddleston freak the fuck out and shriek repeatedly, "Am I dead? Is this death?" while weeping loudly for his mother. But I too was succumbing to the mind-bending effects of this psychedelic plant life. So, in an effort to calm the lad and put us on an even platform, I too removed my clothes and, while not exactly weeping, I made sympathetic noises and cradled him as we watched the very jungle breathe and undulate, hot, surreal waves of colour and sound. And as the claustrophobic night closed in and swirled around us, we descended into oblivion. The next thing we knew, we were waking up to dappled sunlight through the trees, exotic birds squawking. With no memory of the previous night's events, apart from a vague plan to make a documentary about the decline of the steel industry in the north of England. We got dressed, packed up, and trekked back to civilization. We've crossed paths a few times since, but never mentioned that night, or the documentary. I don't feel he was ever the same after that, and it's my belief that the event left Hiddleston in a kind of psychic purgatory, and that's why he always looks vaguely haunted in interviews. Me, I'm all right. I'm used to strange voices pestering me. It's usually the wife. Anyway, if you're interested in getting into the skunk game, you want to get yourself a copy. If you don't want to end up wearing your ribcage as a crash helmet, get yourself a copy and remember the Huckerby mantra, SYC. Stay safe, you cunts. Good night. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.